I'm going to take you out to the garden today and we're going to have a little stroll around and a chat. Before I do, I'm just going to make a little cup of tea. So I just thought I'd walk you through the process of me making a cup of tea, how we do it in Ireland. Let me know how you do it, if you do it differently, or if I'm freaking you out by how I make my tea. So we just need a few ingredients, really. Water, milk, sugar, and tea. So here we go. Here we go with our tea. So I'm just going to boil the kettle. I think it should be pretty hot already. Let me just see. Yeah, there's enough milk in there. So how's everyone doing tonight? It's about 25 minutes past 7 and it's still very nice. It's a nice day. I'm going to take you out there now in a few minutes. We're just making a cup of tea in the kitchen. And yeah, good day. Hope everyone had a really nice day. I had a really nice, productive day. I have my headphones in the wrong way around, so I'm just going to fix that. One moment, please. So yeah, let me know where you're watching from. Drop a comment in the chat. Say hi. I'm Jer from Learning English Pro. This is where I do my vertical lives, and I just say hi to everyone, and we just have a bit of a conversation. If you have any questions about English, I'm from Ireland. If you want to know anything about Ireland, how we speak in Ireland, anything at all, just drop a comment in the chat, and I will do my very best to answer for you. So if you're ready, we're going to make tea now, the Irish way. So I have the kettle boiling. It's nearly ready. I do drink a lot of tea, I will say. I can drink maybe 6, 7, 8 cups of tea a day. It is a little bit of an addiction, and see, my teeth go a little bit brown. But shh, don't tell anybody. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming on. Hi, Eduardo. Hi, Shakila. Thanks for saying hi. So I hope you're ready for a tea lesson from Ireland, how we make it. It's more like milk-flavored tea, tea-flavored milk. So here we go. Kettle is boiling. I'm going to put the tea bag in. So this is like an Irish brand of tea that we have. What is it, Lion's tea? I'm just asking my mother. Lion's tea. So tea bag in, and I usually put in a little bit of sugar and maybe another little bit, and then we're just going to add the boiling water, of course. So about 3/4 of the way full, and I'm just going to let it sit for a minute just to let the tea bag distill in the water. So give it a little bit of a twist in the mug. And it's getting a nice rich brown color now, which is how I like it. I like plenty of milk, but I like the tea a little bit strong. So it's just about ready. So I'm going to try and do this while I have the camera in my hand. Hang on. Very exciting, of course. So just give it a bit of a squeeze. And then we're just going to put it over here. That's our little tea bag disposal. So what beverages do you guys like to drink? I am usually tea or water. Maybe sometimes lemon. I have a lemon drink here that I drink sometimes. It's like a diluted drink. And I'm not pushing any brands, but I would put some of that in the cup, and then I have a filter for the water, and I would add that in, like, so about 1/4 of the lemon drink, and then 3/4 of the water. So coffee, Eduardo. I just don't like it. I just can't. It's too bitter for me. I love the smell of it. I love the smell of coffee, but no, I'm a tea man, I'm afraid. So tea is ready. I'm just going to pour in a good drop of milk. This is really good Irish milk. Best milk in the world. A little bit of a stir, and we're ready to go to the garden. I'm just going to put the milk in the fridge. My mother doesn't want to be on the live stream, so I have to avoid her on the camera. Is that right, Bernie?
That's right, George.
Yeah. Isn't that right, Bernie?
That's right, George.
So, thanks, Mum.
You're welcome.
So, let's go to the garden. Is that your breakfast? No, this is my. It's not breakfast. It's the evening here. It's just gone. It's just coming up to 7:30 in the evening. So, I drink a lot of tea. This is like, I'd say my 5th or 6th cup today. You know. So, Thanks for asking. Hang on now, we're just going into the garden. It's starting to get a bit cold in Dublin, so I'm going to show you. My mother has made the garden really beautiful. You know, we've been living here for about 30 years. Yeah, 30 years. So I've moved back and forth. I've moved out several times and moved back as part of life. So I'll just show you. We have a nice size garden here. So, and this is probably the most beautiful plant, a white hydrangea. And she planted it 30 years ago. So it's absolutely massive. It's huge. It's like just a big cloud, really. Um, but yeah, this is a really beautiful garden. My parents really take care of it. Hello, Zoe. Hello. Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining the chat again. I'm just showing the garden today. Huge, huge, huge. And she has another pink one here beside it. Hang on, I'm just going to switch the camera around. I'll put down the tea for a minute. I have to let it go cold. But I'll switch the camera around so you guys can get a better view. So yeah. And we have a little statue down here. Isn't she pretty? And yeah, so the fence is in need of some repair. Well, I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's huge. It's so heavy. If it rains, it goes down. So we had some rain today. So, but it'll come back up eventually. Yeah, it's very nice. So this is where I sit sometimes when I come out to think about Learning English Pro, and when I come to think, and I have an umbrella here, but it's down right now. I haven't been sitting out here for a few days. I'm going to try the tea and see. I'm glad you guys like the tour of the garden. Oh, it's still a bit hot. I'll leave it for a minute. I probably should have stirred it a bit better with the sugar. So this is a really nice plant here. This is one of my favorites, and I think if I had a garden, I would have this all around the garden. This is called a red robin bush, and it's really nice because you have the green, and then some of the leaves are red. Don't ask me why they're red, but it's really nice. And in the winter, all you can see are these red branches. The branches are all red, so it's just lovely in the winter. It's just red sticks. And here's some more, and some unusual ones. I have no idea what these plants are. If you know the names of the plants, let me know. But look how beautiful they are. So Shakira is asking, do I live with my parents? Yeah, I live at home with my parents. Yeah, I do. The housing situation in Dublin is quite bad. I'm just going to give the camera a little bit of a clean, uh, just for 1 second, just so it might be a bit, yeah, that's better. Yeah, the housing is very expensive in Dublin. And I came back to Dublin from Portugal 2 years ago. So it is very expensive. And at my age, I'm in my 40s, and trying to live with someone new at this age is quite difficult. So my parents are very cool. They're very nice people. They're not like, they don't bother me. I'm in my 40s now. So they're very respectful. I respect them. And I pay rent to my mum, and we all get along fine. So it's this situation, or I move in with a stranger who could be strange. So hopefully, though, I will have some news about accommodation in maybe next year. Maybe I'll look to do something different, and I'll let you guys know. Might be a bit of a move, but not sure yet. So more plants. So this next plant I know the name of. It's called a magnolia tree. So it's I think it's kind of starting to bloom, but it has nice flowers. See, they have the blue around the tip. They look like they're a little wilting a bit. Wilting is what we say when the flower is like this. So even though it's dead, it's still kind of lovely, isn't it? I still quite like it. So I bought this tree for my mum. Oh, actually, that's the magnolia tree. And it's bloomed a few months ago, I think. But anyway, I digress. So this is another nice plant. This is a fuchsia plant. One of my favorites, really. A lovely plant. I used to sometimes pop them open like that, just to give them a little bit of a help, but I probably haven't helping them. This one's a small one, but we have another big one around the corner, which I'll show you. But yeah, they're pretty beautiful, aren't they? So, are you guys into gardening? I don't that much of it, but I do enjoy the garden. I love coming out here. You know, I can't really sit in the sun because I'm so white. So see you in a sec, Zoe. Um, so yeah, but I love the vibe of the garden. I love the greenery. You know, we have lots of wild animals in the garden. Um, Thank you very much, Shakila. You said I seem very kind. You will eat some. Zoe's going to have some shawarma, which I've never tried, and I'd really, really like to try shawarma. That sounds really delicious. So enjoy your food, Zoe. I hope I'll be here for another 20 minutes at the very least. So come back after you have your meal if you have chance. Enjoy your meal. So thank you. Hi, Brew. Thanks for coming back and joining me today. All my top fans are here today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy you could join. I'm just taking a walk around the garden. I'll show you, just for anyone that's new to join. I'm just taking a little walk around my back garden. That's the house. It's our shed. Just have a nice. My mother does a very good job in the garden, and it's summertime, so everything is nice and fresh and blooming. You know, these are really nice. So just a little bit different. And here we have a bumblebee, I think. Let me see if I can get him. Do you see him? There he is there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's going in to have a drink. That's a big, when it's a big bee like that, we call it a bumblebee. But he's gone in behind now. Let's see if he'll come back out. But the plant, lovely. The flowers, the way it goes from white to kind of cream into pink. It's quite beautiful. I think he's gone inside the flower. I don't know. We'll leave him be in peace anyway. So, yeah, so I like to come outside. I like to relax. Ebru, what are you saying? I miss grey sky and greens in UK. Atlanta is so humid, almost suffocating. Yeah, I'd say at this time of the year it can be very, very heavy with the heat, the humidity. Here it can be quite hot sometimes, and we're not used to it. You know, the temperatures are usually quite low. So when it does get even over 20 degrees, we really suffer, even though people laugh at us. So yeah, but I don't envy you in that Atlanta heat in Georgia. Shakila says, it is really, really so beautiful to see. I wish I was there. Oh, maybe I should have a big party in my garden. Would that be nice? Yeah. Well, we have another beautiful flower, one of my mother's beautiful hydrangeas, which is nice and pink. It's kind of like going brown now, probably reached past its time. But there's still some really nice fresh ones on it, like this one. Not nice? But some of them are dying a little bit. They're getting up. I think they still are kind of beautiful in a way. Let me zoom out a bit. Yeah, so this one's kind of half alive and a little bit dying. So, and then there's some nice ones over here. I'm going to walk in the flower bed. These ones are really beautiful. Look at them. They cool, aren't they? Sometimes I don't realize what she has in the garden. Yeah, I don't even know what these are. Maybe dahlias, maybe? A few little insects flying around. Aren't they really beautiful? They're really, really beautiful. Some of them are dying down here, but they still have beauty, I think. Well, that one's really special, isn't it? And we have some here. I suppose we're in August now, so this is kind of the season where things are starting to go. This one's starting to die as well, but this one's really lovely. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Ibra is saying he wishes he could say 20 Celsius and people understand. They use Fahrenheit. Yeah, they don't use the metric system in America. They use the imperial, and it's a little bit confusing. Here in Ireland, we use a little bit of both. You know, all our road signs are in kilometers and things. But my parents would still say miles, you know, and yards and things like that. So, and let's see. Um, yeah, so I'll give you another view. Let me just see. I haven't someone said something not very nice, I think, and it got blocked. I got a notification. So sorry, but yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? Gmail user, it got blocked, so I don't know what you said. So the parameters are set to be, you know, about kindness and not judging people on their appearance, you know, or saying things like that. So maybe have a think about before you comment in future. So there's some nice ones. But I think we're coming to the end of the season, you know. Here's another fuchsia. This one's more pink. Thank you. Well, Ebru, it's not my garden. It's my mother's garden. You know, I have very little to do with it. I maybe help out sometimes. No, I'm not married. I'm a single man. But no, it's my mother's garden. She does so much work. She works really hard, you know, and my dad helps out. He cuts the grass. But they have a good lawnmower, which kind of, you just pull the lever and it just goes. So you just walk with it. But my mother works an awful lot. If it's a good day, she'll come out to the garden and she'll go around all the edges and take out the weeds and the bad stuff, you know. So let's have a look. Okay. So Gmail user, I don't know who you are. So we have someone who's leaving me not very nice comments and talking about my mother. So that's really disappointing. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to. Let's just see. I'm just gonna hide you, so we won't be able to see your messages anymore. Okay, that's just the way it goes here. Okay, if you want to talk about me, fine. But no, it's not fine. Um, I'm here to talk to you. I'm not here to be judged by anybody about how I look or to have comments about my family. So you won't be able to talk anymore. If you want to go away, go away. I don't care. Um, yeah, I suppose that's kind of part of the life here. You know, you kind of get people who think that they can just give you their opinion. And, you know, you never know. I really don't care what people say about me or my appearances. But you do get people. I mean, I have had people threatening my life on here, you know, because of the sound of my voice or who they think I am or who I amn't. And I really don't care what people think. You know, if you're some sad, lonely person sitting behind a phone or a computer judging people on how they look, you know, Martin Luther King in America said, "Don't judge people by how they look, but by the content of their character." You know, and if you don't like me, just keep swiping. No one wants you here. It's fine. But another great thing is those types of comments are like drains. You know, they collect the dirt and the grime and the filth of the internet. So that's the way it is, isn't it? So Shakila is telling us that her father has a rooftop garden, so I know how hard it is to grow all flowers and plants, so it's really worth praise. Yeah, I will be telling my mother how nice you all were about her flowers and everything. She's very proud of it. She's been working at it for 30 years, you know, so... Shh, Zoe, I can't tell. I can't tell. YouTube are really strict about us telling anything about where we live, and we have to be very careful. I live in Dublin. I live in South Dublin, in a very nice suburban area. And if you might hear maybe a tram going by sometimes, or a bus, or a motorway, or something. But no, we live in a very nice location, and I'm so lucky to live with my parents. Really, they're so kind having me living here. I really, really appreciate it. And you know, life is really good. You know, so everyone, tell me how was your day, and I'll tell you a little bit about mine. So it's, as I said, it's nearly quarter to 8 here. We're 20 minutes into the live. I forgot about my tea, which I'm going to go back to. And yeah, so, oh God, you know, I'm in my 40s, guys. I need to sit down sometimes and have some tea. So let's have a look. That's some good tea. So today was a very exciting day. I went, so I have my own business. My business is called Dawnbridge Creative. If you're on Instagram, if you're on LinkedIn, give me a follow. I create social media for other channels. I do marketing, I do content creation, product ideas, all that kind of stuff. I love being super creative, and I was lucky enough to be recently hired by contract by a company, a very successful Irish company called Business Print, businessprint.ie if you want to check them out. And I'm just going to help them in any way I can with their business through social media, through ideas about new products and things like that. So I went today for my first day in the job. They created a desk for me. They gave me a beautiful Mac PC, and I just went in today to kind of get set up and get the account set up and stuff. And it was very exciting. It was very nice. I had a meeting about some ideas with the CEO, and yeah, it was really, really nice. So I'm trying to do this and YouTube. I'm trying to balance everything all the time. So it's difficult. It's very difficult, you know. That's why I'm kind of enjoying these lives, because I can jump on and talk to you directly, you know. So if you're just joining, I'm Jer from Learning English Pro. I'm delighted to have you here with me. I'm in my back garden, and thank you all for being so nice about the garden and, you know, me and the life and supporting the channel. Make sure to drop a subscribe or a like or a comment and let me know where you're watching from. We have lots of our regulars here tonight, don't we, guys? Yeah, I see all my leaderboard, my number one, my number two, number three, Shakila. I think you're new on the leaderboard, but I'm so happy to have everyone here. But yeah, today was great. I drove over, I drove back, came back, did some more work at home, and then we had a so with YouTube, because I have like nearly 180,000 followers. You kind of become part of the YouTube community, and I am part of a program called Optimize. Now, I can't talk a lot about it, but it's a really nice program. You do weekly meets with like 50 people on Zoom, and it's really nice. So, Shakila, you already subscribe, and you're from Bangladesh? Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Zoe, are you eating your Zoe's having her shawarma, everybody. I'm really jealous. Even though I just had my dinner. But let me know if you're having your dinner. What are you going to have tonight for your dinner? Let me know in the comments, because I love talking about food. I can talk about food all day long. Zoe, you're going to have to tell us how your shawarma is, because I'm very interested. Is it very spicy? You know? Hello, Ukraine. Ukraine, I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. You have the support of the world. The world is with you in Ukraine, and we all love you. Sending you our love. Sending love from Dublin in Ireland. Peace be with you, Ukraine. Yeah, it's great to have all you guys here and have such a diverse group of people from all around the world. You know, this is just one channel, and it's great to be able to bring everyone together just for a chat and a conversation. You know, sometimes life can get a bit hectic, and sometimes you just need to sit in the garden with your friends. Grilled salmon, Ibrew. I had salmon on Monday with some prawns. It was delicious, like a salad. But oh, but you're gonna have it in 4 or 5 hours. But you're planning already. You're a man after my own heart. I do love to plan some food. So yeah, today we just had a simple, easy dinner today, because my mum is very busy and I don't really cook that much. We just had some fried chicken and breadcrumbs, and we had some tortilla. Um, you know, very, very just nice, simple wraps with chicken and lots of mayonnaise and some lettuce and some sriracha sauce, just for a little bit of spice. But it was delicious. It was really, really good. And yeah, what did I have anything else earlier? I had some Irish pudding earlier from when I came home from work. I was home around 2 o'clock from work. Um, Zoe, I'm so sad to hear you lost your garden a month ago. You have to tell us how you lost it. That's very sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Zoe. But when I got home about 2 o'clock, I had some white Irish pudding. So it's like this kind of sausage, and it's kind of all the parts of the pig that you don't want to know about, like maybe pieces from the factory, and they make it into a sausage, and it's kind of bitsy, and they mix in a pulp with it, and you slice it and then you fry it, and then I usually have it on some toast with some ketchup and a little bit of English mustard, and that's what I have. Next time I'm doing it, I'll come on live and show you, because I know it sounds a bit bizarre. It's like chopped up pig bits in sausage with, yeah. So, yeah, but we have quite a tradition of good, fry food here, sausages. People think we have it every day for our breakfast, but we really don't. I usually skip breakfast. I usually get up, have a couple of cups of tea, like now. That's just reminded me to have my cup of tea. And yeah, what's my favorite food, Shakila? That is such a dangerous question because we will be here for hours talking. I have a few different foods, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you my final meal, what I would order for my final meal, and let me know what yours would be too. So for the starter, I would have a prawn cocktail straight from the 1970s. Prawns, cold, mixed with a Mary Rose sauce. The sauce is a mixture of ketchup and mayonnaise with a little bit of Tabasco, and served on some salad, some plain iceberg lettuce. It's one of my favorite things, and we usually have it as our starter or an appetizer for a Christmas dinner. Then for the main course, I would have chili con carne with tacos or tortillas, and just have like cheese and sour cream and all the sauces and all the extra condiments, everything to go with that chili con carne. You know, really, my mum's chili con carne, because we've been eating chili con carne. I've been eating chili con carne since I was a baby. Love it. My one of really comfort food. And then for my dessert, I would have a pavlova. That is the only dessert I can make. It's a beautiful cake, pavlova. So that's my three courses. What are yours? Ibra is telling me he's having hibachi shrimp this Friday. Oh, I don't think I've ever tried hibachi shrimp. You bought your salmons last week. They were store grilled. No one at home ate. So before they go to waste, I'll eat them tonight with some. Yeah, that's a great idea. Great to conserve and be. If you don't let food go to waste, guys, it's very important. Eduardo, what are you saying? Nat, are you too many? Are there too many? Uh, I don't think we need to be talking about politics, guys. I think I have big support for Ukraine and everything, but I don't really want to be getting into talk about politics and stuff. If it comes up naturally, I'm not sure that we really want to go down that road. I see. I'll take the temperature of what you guys want to talk about. Shakila says, really mouth-watering. Oh, nice. Yeah, it would be my favorite. Even though it would be my last meal, maybe a bit sad, but yeah, yeah, tasty. So Zoe's letting us know that the shawarma is not spicy. Okay, I'm still intrigued. I'm still intrigued. I think it's not something that's very common here in Ireland. I think I've seen it. I mean, we have every type of nationality restaurant in Dublin city centre, and I've definitely seen it, but I've never had it. So I'm just curious as to the flavour group. What kind of cuisine would it be similar to that I would know? I don't think it's anything like tea, though. You can be sure. So the plan for tomorrow is I'm back in the office. I'm going to try and get in really, really early. Um, so, yeah. What do you actually eat there in your place? So, okay, so Monday we had prawns and like a seafood salad. I love like shellfish and stuff. And like last night we had lamb and potatoes and broccoli. And then tonight we had, chicken wraps, spicy chicken wraps. So my mother's a really good cook and she always prepares like a really good, I'm very, very lucky. And she loves to cook. She's very talented. We always try new things. Ibru is saying, I would recommend hibachi with original Japanese recipe. Americanized version includes too much oil and sugar. I don't like it. Yeah, I would always try and go for authentic stuff. Yeah, I've heard that about American food. Let me know what you think. But yeah, American food is quite full of additives. That's its reputation. I'm sure there are organic ranges and very healthy stuff in America, but their food does have a reputation to be quite synthetic and lots of chemicals. I know, a lot of their stuff wouldn't be allowed in Europe. A lot of their food types and stuff, like they use chemicals in their drinks and stuff that we don't allow. And if you look at the McDonald's recipe for fries in Europe, it's just potatoes and salt and pepper or whatever, and oil, where in America they have like a full list of ingredients. So yeah, it's quite worrying. really, isn't it? It's like you don't know what's in your food and what it's doing to you over a long-term period. It's kind of nice. But hibachi sounds like something that I really have to try, really. Along with the shawarma, can I combine? Can I have like a starter of like hibachi salmon or prawns, and then maybe finish that up with a shawarma? Would that be two cuisines that would go together? Do you think? Or am I mixing my cuisines now? Am I just showing my ignorance and my arrogance? But yeah, you'll have to try some Irish food, guys. And it's a lot of it's potato. Not gonna lie. If you mash potatoes and add butter, that's pretty much a good Irish dish. Miso soup. I love miso soup. A nice light intro. Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. I try to go to the Asian supermarket, and I get the sachets that are like the Japanese brand, I hope, and I always try and have some miso soup. And I love bento boxes, and you always get some miso soup with the bento box. Um, yeah, to make it out. Kebab, yes. Oh my God, I love kebab. Now, here, there's two types of kebabs, we would say. The Turkish kebab, which is in the pita, we call it a doner lamb kebab. That is one of my favorite things to have. Like, I will talk about it a lot now. But we also have kebabs which are like meat on sticks. So let me know that one. Which one do you mean? But the Turkish one, in the pita, in the bread, with the lamb, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. Shakil is asking, have I ever had chicken curry with porata? Porata. I've had chicken curry, but I don't know what porata is. So you might have to help me with that one. But yes, I love a chicken curry, and I've tried a few different types. My favorite chicken curry would be like a chicken korma. I know these are very basic ones. Probably, I'm not sure of the how detailed the curry culture is. I'm sure it's vast. But yeah, chicken korma, chicken tikka masala. Is there any other ones? Like, I'm sure we have some Irish versions here. We like that. We have like a fruit curry. My mother does a nice beef curry. Ebru loves bento boxes. You buy Irish butter. They sell it as grass fed. Hope it is authentic. Yeah, so it's probably Kerrygold. Is that the one that you're buying? So that's pretty authentic. Yeah, it's pretty good. We have Kerrygold. Everyone uses Kerrygold. There's a few variations, obviously, but Kerrygold is the best. But bento boxes, yes, yes. A little bit of everything. A little bit of sushi. A nice little bit of rice and food, and all your bits and bobs. I just love that. Yes. So Shakila, you're giving me loads of work. Paratha is kind of bread we have here in Bangladesh. I will keep a good lookout because I do go to Asian shops, South Asian shops, all the time, and I'm always trying to find new things. I did have some Indian desserts and sweets last week, so maybe I'll get some stuff from where you guys are from and come on and eat it, and we can do a taste fun thing. So maybe when this video ends, comment on the video and let me know what products you want me to try, and I'll go into the city center next time. I should be in probably in the next few days, and I'll see if I can pick some of the stuff up, and I'll try and pick up some drinks and some stuff, and we can have some fun and have some taste test together. That would be really fun. Something very different for an English channel. Yeah, I've heard of Bangladesh. Yeah, yeah, I have. Yeah, I like to think Irish people are quite knowledgeable about the world and geography. We kind of know the maps. We're taught the maps when we're in school. So, yes, I know Bangladesh, and we have heard of it here. I hope you've heard of Ireland and Dublin. And if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, Porata. I will keep an eye out for a Porata. I have a South Asian friend, so I might ask him for some advice on where to get that. So, but there's so much food. It's amazing, isn't it? Like the diversity of food across the world, even in India, such a vast, in Bangladesh, Pakistan, and then into China, where there's just, us when growing up, I just thought Chinese food was just one thing. And now I learned there's many provinces, many different areas, cuisines all throughout China, and I'm just trying to explore everything and just try to be more educated about food. Fusca. Fusca does sound familiar. What is it? Tell me what it is. Fusca. Fusca. No, maybe probably not. You know. But I wonder, like, if I have vegetables here, I'm sure I have vegetables and things here that you haven't heard of. Would you know rhubarb? Rhubarb is this kind of red, strange fruit that grows. It's like a root, and it's delicious. Rhubarb. We also have turnip, which is a vegetable, and it's like a bowling ball. And it's nice if you add lots of butter and cream to it. But yeah, we should do like a cultural exchange live where we talk about food. Irish coffee. Irish coffee is just adding Irish whiskey into coffee, black coffee, as much as you want, as much as you like, and then adding whipped cream on top. That's really it. But they say you can make anything Irish. You can make even tea Irish if you add whiskey to it. Abro's tried rhubarb. It's delicious. You can get rhubarb yogurts. Sometimes they have like rhubarb and champagne flavor if they're really bougie. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you. Um, and you get rhubarb pie, lots of different stuff. Let me just, I have a message coming through. I don't want to, there we go. So, yeah, I think maybe we should do a food live. Next time I'm in the city centre, I'll go to the Indian store and I'll pick up some food, and we will do a live stream together, and I'll test some of them out. And you will be sure if I don't like it, you'll get. I tend to pull very strange faces if I don't like something. So this has been great, guys. I've had such a good time as ever talking, and thank you all for coming back again and again and again to the lives to chat to me. You know, it's great to only doing this a week and a half, and I already have some really strong, great followers who love to chat with me. It's really, really nice to hear. So, my plan for the rest of the evening, I think I need to relax because I need to go to bed early because I really want to get into the office early in the morning. I want to get in there for like 7 o'clock, get in. I have a list of things to do, just get it finished. Get finished and get out a bit earlier. And then, yeah, busy day, guys. Good, good. Life is good, and I'm glad that you're all here. So Shaquila's telling me Fusca is a kind of snacks with the fluffy edible puff ball, and we use potato and some chilies as stuffing. That just sounds intriguing. Intriguing. Snacks. So like a savory snack. Yeah, I love it all. I will try anything. I will really try anything. I love trying different meats. You know, I've had frog's legs. I've had venison, which is like big deer. Beef, obviously, pork, chicken, duck, quail. There's just so many. I know some people can't eat certain meats from your background and stuff, but I would love to try goat. I haven't tried goat yet. Um, I will, yeah. I'll have a look and see about Fusca. Sorry, Ibra, I didn't see. Bailey's is Irish, yes. Zoe, take care. Have a good evening. Eduardo, tacos, yes. Yes, my dream is to go to Mexico City and have pork tacos and fish tacos on the street in Mexico. That's really one of my food fantasies. So yeah, I just want to make sure I've answered everyone's question. So Ebrew had rhubarb. It's Bailey's is Irish. Bailey's is very nice. I don't drink alcohol, but it is when I did drink alcohol, I enjoyed a Bailey's. Zoe, good luck with your study. Let me know how it goes. You're doing medical English, as far as I can remember from our previous chat. So stick with the channel. You know there's plenty here. Shakila, I'm going to have a look for that Fusca and see if I can get it, and we'll do some chats on the live. Tijuana, yes. Oh, Tijuana. I was in San Diego about 20 years ago, and I didn't get down to Tijuana. We weren't sure. I was very young and very stupid, and I didn't know with my passport how it all worked, but I was very close to Tijuana. So yeah, maybe Tijuana for the tacos instead of Mexico City. Rice, I love rice. I love rice as like if I have a curry, I'll mix all the rice up in the curry, and I love having all the rice and love like sushi rice. Yeah. Mohammed, free Palestine. Yeah, absolutely free Palestine, 100%. Free Palestine, Mohammed. All the way. You have my support. My support. I hope if you're in Palestine, our prayers are with you. Endocrinology, clinical endocrinology. Zoe, I hope that you are enjoying that. I hope you're enjoying that. You should be very proud of yourself that you're studying that. That's very high level. So good on you. So yeah, guys, I'm going to pop off. We're 40 minutes in and it's getting a little bit chilly here. I think that my tea has gone a bit cold. I might have to have another one. So goodbye, everyone. Have a good evening. Free Palestine. And good luck to everybody. Thank you all for the food suggestions. I'm going to take notes on everything and see what I can pick up in the stores. And we will see what we can do. Okay? Good luck. Goodbye. Mind yourself. Have a good evening. Is already find out your lesson really have. Shakila, I'm so glad that they're helpful for you. Take care, Ebru. I'll see you. Zoe, have a good day. Enjoy the study. Good evening, everybody from Dublin. Take care.